What's good, YouTube? Alltimenation here. I am Jay.
It's your boy Easy.
And today we are bringing y'all the most impractical weapons in fantasy, just period.
Yeah, literally across all boards, gaming, anime, whatever you can think of. This is just... it looks cool when you watch it.
But when you put it in this world, if you had any of these weapons, you're not making it out of that fight.
No, not at all. I'm pretty sure that fight will last about a good 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you're cooked.
Half of them getting a wheel, the other half is just like, you're not making it.
Yeah.
You're gonna murder yourself.
Low key. Low key, some of them you're gonna hurt yourself with this. But even with the first one, dog.
Alright, the one that started this whole conversation off. Sephiroth's sword. What you doing for 8-foot sword?
How can you even swing that? How? Like, you literally cannot swing unless you like the amount of speed you gotta get that bitch.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way. There's no way. Dumb.
Yeah. Up next, we have two for the price of one. They're both hats. Odd Job's hat and Kung Lao's hat. If y'all haven't seen any of the James Bond movies, Odd Job was the dude that just threw a hat at people. That hat was strong though. I don't know how it was crushing rocks and stuff, but
Which is wild. I really, to this day, will never figure that out.
not at all.
But Kung Lao's hat, yo, the whole brim is a blade. You grab it, you're cutting it. You even try to throw it, you're cutting yourself. There's no way.
And even with the variations of the hat where there's spikes coming out, you gotta make sure you don't stab yourself while you're grabbing the hat. You still gotta be able to throw it down without the spikes hitting you.
Either way, that's like something. Yeah, it's a hazard to you. Not even to the person. They're just gonna look at you like crazy.
And then again, if you see somebody take off a spiked hat, what do you think they're gonna do with it? Oh wow, I can just dodge out the way.
Just yeet.
Next, any fire sword. We're talking about the swords that, I can ignite, or put out. No, we're talking about the ones that are always lit. Kind of like if any of y'all played Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
There was a sword that you get like pretty much in the first level, if you want to call it a level, that is always lit. Where are you going to store it?
Unless you build like a pit where you can just basically just keep something on fire forever. You're cooked. You can't even put it in your house. You just gotta leave it outside on the street.
You can't put it in the sheath. The sheath is gonna burn.
Yeah, you put it in the street, it'll just, I guess, eventually burn the whole street down.
Yeah.
Depending on how weak is that asphalt, but other than that, you're cooked.
Yeah, you can't just have one.
No.
All right, number 4, the Gunblade.
We're just gonna say this again. The Gunblade.
If you know Final Fantasy, you know exactly what weapon I'm talking about.
And this goes
It's a gun as a hilt on a blade. It looks cool.
It looks pretty cool, but in reality, it's probably the dumbest weapon you'll ever use.
You can't shoot it.
You can't. You can't do nothing with that. You're just gonna, you're gonna shoot air bullets? What is that gonna do for me? Might as well just take the gun part off. And
exactly.
Give me
have
the
a regular
sword. That's so stupid. In the game, cool. Whatever. It's cool, I guess. But in real life, what is that gonna do for you? Other than get you killed faster.
Damn thing. All right. Next up, we have Cloud's / Guts' Buster Swords. Or, you know what? I'm gonna say any Buster Sword, period.
Yeah.
How are you wielding them?
Yeah. That's a great question. Y'all know how heavy Guts' sword is? Like 300 pounds. That's an engine for a car.
If anybody can tell me they can use that sword, I want to see it personally.
I want you to see manhandled what's it called? 300 pounds in the air, like you're holding a real sword. I'll give you props. I ain't gonna lie to you. I will actually give you your props, and I'll shut up about it. But until then, I don't want to hear shit. And you can't wield that.
Next up, for all you Star Wars fans, the Death Star and the Star Killer base. The amount of materials needed, the amount of energy needed for one shot.
In the specific spot, in the blind spot of the ship.
Come on.
And then to make matters worse, y'all rebuild that thing a few times.
Really, nigga?
What? Y'all didn't learn? Oh my god, bro. That's so dumb. That's really dumb. Y'all really build a literal death machine.
I'm pretty sure the Death Star only blew up one planet.
Yeah. It was one. As far as we know. I know there's gonna be some people from the lore. If it did blow up more planets, let us know. I still think it's stupid though.
Did it blow up a solar system? That's all I'm trying to figure out.
And the answer is probably gonna be no. So yeah.
Well, all that work for so little payoff, I'm not even worried about it.
For an untrained pilot to blow it up.
Tripping. Up next, we have any whip blade. Like, why? First of all, it's a whip with blades on it.
Which is...
It's just stupid.
It's stupid. A flexible way to get you killed.
You mess up one time, that whip's coming back and hitting you.
What if you surround it like it wraps around your leg by accident?
And you have to like, you can't even just like, because it's going to cut you. You have to actually just like go around it.
And by the time that guy can literally just walk up on you and just like, you know what? Either I just, old yell at you or just let you struggle. Because you cut yourself.
Either way it's funny.
Yeah.
Up next, we have Wolverine's Claws. Now, hear me out. These are cool. I love them, right?
Yeah.
But in our world, we don't have healing factors.
Yeah, you're good.
Them blades are coming out of you. You're not healing from that.
Repeatedly.
And each time you pop your claws, if you have them, you're cutting back through the skin or you're cutting through the scabs if the skin's healing.
And you're removing the knuckle. Basically, open up your own knuckles and they coming out and they going right back in.
Yep.
That's a lot of trauma.
Imagine if you actually hit somebody and they had something. That blood's now getting mixed in with yours.
And then you're done.
Yeah.
Easily. First of all, you got to go through the traumatic shock of getting the blades out. Yeah. And pray to God you don't pass out.
First of all, you can't do anything with your hand after they're out. So, good luck.
Yeah.
All right. Up next, one of my personal favorites. Any weapon with an engine on it. Why? Just why?
It's so dumb. There's a weapon in Brawlhalla where you have an axe and an old boy just swings and the engine comes out of it. You're not swinging 300 to 500 pounds on an axe.
But I mean, the more practical thing, why do you have an engine on it? It's not helping the weapon in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it literally does absolutely nothing. It just makes
I don't want to hear, it makes it go faster. No, the fuck it doesn't.
How?
No.
How? Explain that. Like, again, it's stupid.
Up next, the scissor blades.
I ain't gonna lie to you. This might ruffle some feathers. I don't care. Kill la Kill is probably the worst anime I've ever watched in my entire life. And those scissor blades are so stupid, bro. They're so big. You literally have to you need 2 hands per handle. And old girl Larry did that and it was just all good. And she didn't even have both blades in the entire show. It took him to the very end. You know what? We'll move along. This show is so stupid. That weapon's dumb.
Up next, we have Mario shells. Okay, if they had the same capabilities,
this would be terrifying.
Yeah, because just imagine you're on the highway and you just see a blue shell race past you.
Oh yeah, I'm done. I'm getting out the car.
Oh yeah,
I'm done. Even if I'm
off the highway.
I'm leaving my car. I would never drive again. If it means seeing a turtle shell zoom past me like that, I'm good.
And for real, I'm only scared of the blue ones. The red and the green shells, they're not. If a shell hits your car, unless it meticulously hits the tire in the right way, you're not really spinning out.
Also, to put in perspective, right? Mario is also very short and small. So when the shell compared to him and the rest of them, because they're all small. How big is it in the real world? Because he's 4 foot tall, maybe, if that.
Probably.
And then he can stand on a turtle shell perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So unless they count a legit tortoise, one of those big old tortoises in the real world,
that's a problem.
That's gonna be a legit problem. But other than that, I mean, you'll be alright. If we can be honest, unless it's a blue shell, then you cook.
Yeah. But if they're just regular turtle shells,
they break apart as soon as they hit you.
Yeah. Come on. Next up, rocket hammers. Yeah, it's the same thing with any weapon with an engine on it. Why do you put a jet engine
on a hammer? In reality, you put a rocket on anything, you're missing regardless.
And for real, these are war hammers, so they're already heavy. Then you're adding a jet engine on it.
You swinging an impossible weight, and you think you're gonna perfectly get it on target.
No.
You're swinging, and you possibly going to the moon. Congrats, you played yourself.
Next up, ODM gear. Look, they're cool to look. It's cool to look at.
Very cool to look at.
But realistically, you had, I I don't know,
it's like
canisters or whatever.
it's like air canisters, and then it's attached to your spine, and it's like Spider-Man webs on the end with swords.
You get attached to something, you fling off, you're snapping your back
Immediately, because we don't have any bit of training. And the first test dummy to do this, they're gonna die. Or they're at least gonna be paralyzed.
And shoot, even in the show, you see them, they're bending backwards pretty much.
Yeah, they're going
flying.
fast enough to just like that the entire time. So, I'm good off that.
Yeah. Next, we have the Punisher Cross.
If you've seen Trigun, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. To some people, this looked cool. When I watched the show, it looked cool, but about a good, 8-foot long to 10-foot long cross that turns into a pistol ain't practical.
Why are you carrying that?
Why are you carrying that? That's a real question. What does that do for you?
It doesn't do anything.
In reality, you're just saying amen. And then you're praying that you hit on target. No.
That thing must be hell to aim.
Boy. Because you can't even see past the cross, like
Yeah.
the two ends. Like, there's no way.
Up next, we have the Blast Sword from Naruto. It's a sword with paper bombs on it, and whenever you hit something, it explodes.
Right in your face.
Enough said. All right. Next up, we have Tintin's giant spiked ball.
Or how they call it. Jidanjan, whatever the hell.
She had to jump up like 50 feet in the air
And
summon it.
and still had to make explosions to get it higher so she can explode it from behind and throw it.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. One, I got bunnies, but I ain't got bunnies to jump 50 feet in the air to use that thing.
We don't even know how we would lift it in the air.
She didn't. She exploded that mug.
I'm talking about if it was for here, like the real world.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way we can use it.
And you can't even get explosions like that
Nope.
unless you're just a menace to society.
Up next, we have the Bone Wheel Shield from Dark Souls.
For anybody who played Dark Souls, this has to be the dumbest. And I will say this again, the dumbest weapon. Who designed a wheel made of bones and said, yep, this is a shield? There's holes everywhere. You're gonna get shot. No, I'm not even gonna get into that. You're gonna get shot easily off that.
Next, the ray gun. If anybody's played Call of Duty, you know, don't shoot the ray gun at your feet because you will go down.
And people will say, why would I shoot it at my feet? Well, think about this, right? What if you're walking at night and like some raccoon or a fox run up on you and you just, oh God! And you're gonna end up,
You're hurting yourself.
you're hurting yourself in the end. So that's why we said it. And some people are like, well, I'll never be in that situation. Okay.
I'm just saying, anybody, like,
Yeah.
you have to shoot that thing away from you.
Way
You can't
like,
shoot it down. It's like, no.
yeah, you can't shoot it past hip level or anything like that. It's gonna hurt you regardless if you shoot it anywhere close to you.
Yeah. Next up, we have Giza's Wheel from Elden Ring. It's a giant spiked ring. And I mean, that thing is like 6 feet long with a giant wheel on it.
Longer. It's like 7 feet, and then you gotta, like you said, you gotta swing it down,
Rev it up.
rev it up, and then try to like spear somebody with it. And at that point, you die.
It's too much effort.
Yeah, I'm not doing all that.
Too much effort.
Or even when you like throw it over your shoulder,
Oh, yeah.
and you mess up trying to get it off
You
you.
flying back.
Even then, you fly back, or the razors just.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's up. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Next, another one for you Star Wars fans. Kylo Ren's lightsaber.
I don't even like Kylo Ren in general as a character, but his lightsaber itself is just very weird.
It's like cool. It's like a medieval type thing with the cross guards as energy, but you mess up.
That's you.
Mm-hmm.
And to make matters worse, sometimes he held it like this. I don't know
So
why.
your hands get too slippery and you slip. Your fingers are coming off.
Just all you hear is, ah! Alright, fight over it. Fight over it. Nah, you designed that. Nobody else picked that, ever.
I know the reasoning for it, but it's like, come on, really? That's not gonna work here.
Yeah, real world, you most definitely cutting yourself a few times off that.
Let me say the best one for last. The gunchucks. Gun nunchucks. I don't know how this works. There's no clip in it. But you swing it and bullets fly out.
like.
And from, if you don't know, the game is from Bayonetta.
Yeah.
I don't know how you have the bullets or the whatever energy coming out of those nunchucks. It's like, you can't swing those things and then expect it to go right every time.
Yeah, I would say you gotta basically predict before you shoot and before you swing if where the bullet might go. And regardless, you might as well, you're gonna catch a stray bullet every single time, no matter what. And on top of that, people don't even know how to use nunchucks unless you train in martial arts. And then you add bullets on top of that. That's just a recipe for disaster right there.
It's not working.
Mm-mm. But this is just the first part of this list because we know there's a plethora amounts of like basically impractical weapons that you can't even use in the real world. Like cap shield, right? But we're not gonna get into that. We'll do that in the next part. But comment down below any weapons you thought is very impractical to use in the real world. We will probably put it in part 2, but we're gonna need some help with the second list because there's a lot. There's a lot. And I know some people are gonna be like very opinionated on this one, but there's a lot of weapons out there that are just stupid.
Yeah, really, really dumb.
But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share to everybody you know, and to follow the socials down below. But it's your boy Easy.
I'm Jay.
Till next time, y'all.
See ya.
Baby